Whew. We are definitely going to need this today. I'm Dave. Welcome to Van Camp 402. Hopefully this is our last, really hot camp. Man, I got the air conditioner cranked already. We're in for a hot one. One of the cool things, fingers crossed, I believe I can fly the drone at this campground. There's a couple things I want to show you guys out there. First stop is a grocery store. Thanks for coming along. Let's cue some music and do a little shopping real quick. Here. Oh, the camera might be a little tilted. Let's fix you guys. God dang it. You guys can't be all crooked. There we go. Is that better? Yeah, I think it's a little better. All right, let's open these up. But it feels pretty still, to be honest with you. I'm not feeling any breeze. My $16 Walmart van. Oh. Our dinner supplies are all here. All right, let's get the difference maker plugged in. And I'm actually going to take this extension cord to the back and we're going to put the difference maker, which is this big mama jamba, and put this in the back to blow air this way. That needs to happen right now. So I'm not going to film, I'm just going to get it set up. It's warm out here today. We got the fans running. Let's go do a quick bathroom tour. Well, I don't have air conditioning, and it's funny. All I can hear in the campground are air conditioners running. There are no kids outside, and there's not a lot of actual campers here. Looks like a lot of folks have left their RVs and like pull-behinds and are not here, which is kind of surprising. These sites aren't cheap. I think with tax, it was $44. Very nice campground, really nice campground, and worth the 44 bucks, I will say that. The location being in Omaha, Nebraska, and it's a nice campground, it really is. Interesting little side fact, we used to live just right over that hill. And this campground, when we lived over there, and it's been 20 years, but when we lived over there, this campground was a disaster. You couldn't hardly even come over here. I was, at the time, running a ton and training for marathons and such. And this, I would run this every day, and you couldn't hardly be in here. It was a little rough. So they've totally taken care of that. They've got security cameras. It's very safe, well lit. You can tell there's been a bunch of money pumped into this. And we'll get into the money part in just a little bit. A couple things I want to show you right now. We've got a bunch of campers pulling in. And let's do a quick bathroom tour. Very, very nice. Hey, they do have running water, and you can even control if you want a little hotter or colder on there. which I always appreciate that. Yeah, it's a little stiff, but it works. A tick cold right now. Nice. And then over here, bathroom, and a great shower. Look at the shower. The floor's a little worn or something, but it's not bad. They do offer with a timer. So then you hit this. That gives you as much time as you need for your shower. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. The feels like it's 110. It's supposed to be 114 in a few minutes. It's pretty warm. Anyway, it's humid in here. Shower looks great. It's provided with the cost of the air out here. Oh my gosh. Oh, air. Oh, there it is. Holy cow. I couldn't breathe. I thought later I might head over and do a shower, just a cold shower to like knock this down. And we still probably are going to do that. My shirt is soaked. It's nice, right? Definitely 2 thumbs up on the bathrooms. I knew they would be. I knew they would be nice. I've always wanted to camp here. I don't know, 7 miles from my house or something like that. Definitely a good site. It is only open, I want to say April 1st through October 31st. It's one of those, it's very seasonal, which is a bummer. They should winterize it and let us use it in the winter time. That's your bathroom tour. Let's go back. I'm going to hang out for a little bit. But next thing is dinner. And I want to, when we get back to the van, I want to talk to you about what we're doing for dinner tonight. Thanks for being here. As we are walking back here, I just stopped and actually talked with the campground host. I brought up the drone just to make sure, double check. And he was like, oh, you know, eyes gets big. Like, no, can't do that. He did have it written in writing, which is kind of interesting. The website on the city of Omaha keeps telling you follow the city of Omaha park rules, but they have like the secret book of do's and don'ts. And I mean, he showed me it. I don't care, but no drone flying at this park. We're gonna run into that a lot, I think. And I don't know why folks are so scared of it. It isn't much different than what I'm doing right now, right? What I can do is if I leave the park, if I just go outside of the park, I can launch it. And we might actually do that. I just don't want to stir any trouble. I'm not that big of a channel. I just wanted to give you folks a cool overview of where we're at here. Let's get back to the van. All right, we had to get out of the van. I don't know if it helped or hurt. Sitting in front of the fan felt really nice. It's 95 in the van right now. That's the actual temperature. I'm sure the feels like in the van is over 100 degrees right now. The dew point is so high, and thanks to a good friend, Jim Phillips, he keeps educating me on all this stuff, but this is the highest the dew point has ever been this year. I think he said it's like at 77 and the humidity is at 54% or something. But this really high dew point is what makes it feel so much worse. It's what gets me for sure. I can't, this is like my least favorite kind of weather. Just, it's even worse than Florida, to be honest with you. I don't know if it can be, but it is. Anyway, had to get out of the van. We're gonna walk around. Bugs have found me. We're gonna go do some still pictures. We're shooting with a Nikon Z50 with a 24 to 1.7 on it. It's basically a 35 millimeter view. Let's go do some pictures. I'll drop some pictures in here. And then next, I'm getting hungry. Next after this will be dinner. Actually a nice spot. Ooh, I got some breeze. There's breeze here. There's breeze. Been good here. Let's see what we can do here. Not the greatest picture ever. Let's go monochrome. Darken it up and Well, I'm not gonna lie, this has been really nice sitting over here. Hopefully you can hear me there is a pretty good breeze on this side of that bridge. Might be my hangout spot later tonight. It is quiet over here. I need probably a little bit of bug spray. I've been bit a couple times on I think holding my camera up by my face, they got me. It's nice to be out of the van. Folks, I was gonna show you they have a 6-mile trail here that I was gonna hike for you. I'm not doing it today. It's just not worth it. We're sitting on this park bench, staying in the shade. I'm really bummed about the drone. I was, everything I'd read was like, boom, you're good, you can fly it. There's some weird rules out here that are very different from a normal Omaha city park. When we get back, you know what, later tonight, maybe around the fire, that's a good story for around the fire tonight, is how this park kind of came about, how they quote unquote turned it around. I miss the old days, to be honest with you. We'll get into some Omaha politics here in just a little bit. Kind of interesting. Money can buy things, including your own lake. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this a little bit more. And I think I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna check back in when we're starting on dinner. Folks, let's get out of the fan just for a second so I can tell you. That was the greatest sandwich I've ever had. The Parmesan with the tomato and the garlic. It's like you're eating like bruschetta or something like that. That's what you need to put on there, is maybe some black olive a little bit with the tomato. I wonder if you wouldn't cut the tomato up and add a little black olive and then do that kind of in the middle. It's unbearably hot. It's 7 p.m. The air is not moving. It's pretty miserable. I'm not joking. One of the worst for heat and humidity camps I've ever had. I can't do anything unless I'm in front of the fan right now. So I stepped out here. It's getting destroyed with bugs, and it is hot it's humid, hot, dew point, however you want to call it. It's moist and hot. My plan is to maybe walk across the bridge over to that picnic table a little bit later. But right now we're just going back in here with the van and stay in front of the fan. Air conditioning would be really cool right now. We're getting a little relief. The sun has finally gone down just a touch. that it is not, the heat is gone, but the humidity, the dew point is still just crazy. All right, we're gonna do some pictures here, see what we can come up with. While we're walking here, let's just talk for a second about Lake Cunningham and what has happened out here. Got a guy on a bike coming flying by real quick. Nice little trail out here. So where I'm at right now, let's just go into this real quick. Where I'm at right now, I am on this east side of Lake Cunningham. And this is what my inside information has told me. They gave the city of Omaha $26 million, which is a great chunk of change. Thank you so much for park upgrades. Made the park a lot safer. There are cameras everywhere in here, especially on this east side. Their houses are right here. Their property's right here. They were able to, with that donation, get a bunch of entrances closed and also get a couple of roads closed that kind of protect their property. All right, we got some people walking by. I'll check back in a second. So I guess all those folks just went by. It was a big family out enjoying the heat and the humidity. Just kind of interesting in a simple campground, simple city park, huge funds being spent to basically buy your own lake. You know, is that right? I don't know. I'm guessing they somehow acquired city property, and maybe they didn't even acquire it, but it definitely has been affected by what they wanted with the money they had. I'll be honest, I'd take a more rundown park with a little bit of freedoms over this. Just kind of interesting what money can do. Good morning, folks. We survived the night. Slept really well. Actually slept in a little too much. It's almost 9 o'clock this morning. Just crazy for me. Definitely a quiet sleep last night. Needed that. The fans running kept us cool enough. What is it, 77 in the van right now? Not bad at all with the air moving. Slept really well. It wasn't too hot. It was about 10:30 last night and the heat kind of broke. Finally knocked some of that humidity out of the air, and this morning it's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. We're gonna get a few things picked up here and get on the road. We're close to home, so that's nice. I'm glad I stayed here, but I don't know that I would stay here again. It's kind of expensive, pretty busy. Right here on this campsite, I am connected to the main trail that goes around the lake. It's a 6.2 mile loop, and it gets used by a lot of people from the city. And good for them, I'm glad they are. Just not necessarily the greatest campsite, you know. We do have some good stuff in the works though. We got to talk about 2 things coming up. All right, let's get ready for the day. Actually, let's make this a great day. Well, I don't have my tripod or anything. I didn't have my phone on me or anything at the moment, but Christine, super nice to meet you. I was just hopping out of my van here, and like I said, there's a trail right by the campground, and someone kind of hollered out and said, "Hey, Dave." I was just like, what? And Christine, a subscriber. Christine, thank you so much. Really nice to meet you in person. Thanks for following the channel. Really cool stuff. We're gonna walk over to brush our teeth here. I didn't have my phone, I hadn't brushed my teeth yet, nothing. I felt horrible about that, but just we in camp, right? Beautiful morning. Well, we've got some cloud cover today. It's really nice. Over my shoulder, I don't know if you can see or not, they must run like a day camp out here for kids. They have an archery range set up, which is a blast. That'll be cool for them. And we are just walking back to the van. It is kind of a walk from that campsite I'm in back to here. And I think that's one thing I would change. I wanted to kind of be on the lake. I thought that would be cool. But I would probably move and stay a little further into the campground next time. All right, let's get back. Folks, I think we're gonna wrap this one up. I keep getting distracted. There's people on the trail right here working out. It's a busy trail. Good for them. But we are getting close to being able to pull out of here. Let's get on home to some air conditioning. I need a shower. Not gonna lie. I need a shower. All right. I'll see you up front as we're pulling out. All right, we are rolling out. Folks, thanks for coming along on this adventure. Everybody have a great week. Get outside if you can, right? Oh, a couple of upcoming things. My next camp, really excited about, and it's gonna be a pretty solid, let me turn this down. It's gonna be a pretty solid adventure for some really cool astrophotography, and we're kind of going where no man has gone before. Should be kind of interesting, and I will show you on the next camp what we're doing. Also, before that next camp, after this video drops on Saturday morning, July 27th, I'm gonna be on the radio again with Greg Wagner with the Nebraska Game and Parks, talking about camping and Nebraska Game and Parks. I have some questions for him. I'm sure he has some questions for me. It's been kind of cool. I went back and saw the places I've been since we did the radio show last, which is kind of cool. So Saturday, July 27th with Greg Wagner. Make sure and tune in for that on Boomer Radio. It's there's an app for it, I believe. You can listen to it on Spotify, all the streaming services. Also, it's live on air. All right, folks, thank you so much. Christine, nice to meet you. That was awesome that you said hi. Greatly appreciate it. Sorry, I was right in the middle of going to brush my teeth. It was just in camp, you know. All right, folks, everybody take care. We'll see you on our next adventure.